Hi everyone, a very good evening and welcome to today's live session. So this is Gayatri here and I see a lot of you have already joined the session. Sam, Elsie, Swati, Vidya, Mahata, Bhargav, Srinivas, Dushyant, Vijay, Shrivani. So good evening all of you, welcome to today's session. As you all know, today the session is on reasoning ability. So we are going to be doing a refresher session on reasoning ability, and the questions that are being chosen for this session are questions that has appeared in the previous week, the last week AIMs. Again, more of you have joined: Girish, Piyush, Jaya, Grishma. Hi Sam, okay. Good evening all of you. So let's start. So before I go into the session, see, there is an update for all of you from our side. In the last session, a lot of you were telling me that you are unable to view the daily SpeedMax test. So as I said, see, we are making some changes in the portal. We are making some upgradations, and earlier, if you are a new student of Talent Sprint, all this is going to be new to you. If you have been a student of Talent Sprint for some time, you must be aware that we used to provide a course named Daily Practice. Okay, right now the course has that particular course has been revamped and made into study plan. Okay, so going forward, all the daily practice tests that we have been providing, right, all the SpeedMax test or the daily word vocab test, whatever daily tests were given earlier in the daily practice course will now be available in the study plan course. Okay, we are updating that course, and by today evening that should be made available to all of you. Okay, I remember in last class, I'm not sure if Sai Jyoti is there. So Sai Jyoti had told me that she is unable to access the daily practice test. So Sai Jyoti, after the session is over today, might be you can go back and check the new course that is there in your accounts, that is the study plan. So all the daily tests that we provide will now appear under this course. So other than the daily tests that we have been providing, we have also started to give you the study plan for the upcoming examinations. Okay, so you have a big upcoming examinations scheduled, that is SBI clerks and SSC CHSL. So the study plan for the last SSC CHSL is going to happen in the next 15-20 days. So the study plan for that and for SBI clerks is available there. If you are preparing for any of these exams, please make use of that study plan to help you with your preparation. So let's start today's session. Okay, again, more of you have joined. So let me share my screen and we'll directly start solving the questions. Good, Girish, he says he has seen the new changes. So as I said, all the daily tests will also be soon available in the same study plan course, okay? Because a lot of you were telling me that you are not able to find the course which, the SpeedMax test that we have been providing daily. That's because of the upgradation. It should be available in some time for all of you. Okay. Let us look at the first question for today's session. So the first question I've taken from the SBI clerks mock exam, All India mock exam that was held last week. So for those of you who have attended this exam, right, you should, when you see this question, you should know it's been taken from there. And again, see, there are a lot of new joinees who are joining the sessions. For all those of you who are new to these sessions, every week we are providing All India mock exams, and please take up these mock exam. See, even if you have just started your preparation, from the very first week, start taking the All India mock exam, because you will get a detailed TA analysis report for this exam, wherein you will know which are your strengths, which are your weakness, where you have to focus. Okay, so start taking the exams right from the beginning. Okay, some of you have this feeling that in the beginning you should not take exam, you should watch, like you should study first and then take up the examinations. But the All India mock exams, attempt that every week. Okay. Hi Madhusha. Again, Madhusha was one of the students in the last session, I think, who was telling me that she is not able to view the test. So Madhusha, I hope I have answered the doubts that you had in the last session. Let's look at this question. So what is given here? See, there are some conclusions that is given. So you have to see which of the statements is the correct statement with which you will get the given conclusion. So reverse syllogism is in reverse syllogism questions, you are given a conclusion, set of conclusions, and you have to see which of the statements will lead to the given conclusion. Generally, it's opposite to how the normal syllogism questions come. In normal syllogism, what happens? You have a statement followed by conclusions, and you have to see which conclusions follow. Here, you are given conclusions followed by statements, and you have to see which statement will result in the given conclusion. So, Sam, again, a lot of you are asking me, when does the mock exam start? See, please check your events calendar. The details of all the exams, upcoming exams will be available there. But for your information, the All India mock exams are generally scheduled on Saturday and Sunday. So, Saturday and Sunday, at any point of time, you can take up these tests. So, a lot of you are giving me the answer as option 1. Okay, let's check which is the correct answer. See, whenever you have questions on reverse syllogisms, one issue that a lot of students face is what I get feedback is that it is very time consuming, because question will be actually very easy, but you have to represent each statement in the form of a Venn diagram and see if the conclusion follows. Like that, you will have to do 4 or 5 sets of statements, which is very time consuming, correct? So, how do you go about solving questions on syllogism? The best, reverse syllogism, the first thing that you have to see is, that is, you have to try and eliminate options which are not true. Okay, that will really help you save time. So, there are some tricks that you should know before you start solving questions of this type. The first thing is this. See, if in the given set of conclusions, right, there is a negative quantifier. What are negative quantifiers? Either some not is a negative quantifier, correct? What are negative quantifiers? Some not and no, correct? These are 2 negative statements that generally come in the questions. So, if any of the negative quantifiers are there in the given conclusion, that means that in the statement also there has to be a negative quantifier. Why? Because only if you have a negative quantifier in the statement, then only you will be able to get a negative conclusion. Okay, so for those of you who are new to syllogisms, please refer back to the basic videos of syllogisms, because when I say this terms like quantifier, I'm not sure if you know, because you will need to know the basics to understand this. If you don't understand, please go back and refer to the basics and then come back and see this archive. It will be clear to all of you. Okay. So, as I said, whenever there is a negative quantifier in the conclusion, in the statement also there has to be a negative quantifier. Now, let us take this question itself. Here, look at the conclusion. What are the conclusions? Some trains are buses, no station is platform. Here, no station is platform is a negative statement. So, to get this negative conclusion, basically to get this negative conclusion, in the statements there has to be a negative statement for sure. Look at option 5. What is option 5? All stations are buses, some buses are platforms, some platforms are stations. Here there is no negative statement at all. So, using these 3 given statements, definitely you cannot arrive at this conclusion. So, you can eliminate this option. Okay. So, this is how you eliminate option 5. Now, look at option 2 here. Now, what is given here? It is given no station is a platform. Look at option 2. What have they given? They have given all platforms are stations. Is that true? If this is the case, then this conclusion will definitely not come. Again, eliminate this. See, as I said, the actual way of solving this question is how you will have to draw the Venn diagram of each and every statement and see whether these conclusions follow. But that is very, very time consuming. So, what we should try to do is, you should try to eliminate options which are not correct and check with the remaining options. So, option 5, as I said, has no negative quantifier, negative statements. So, we removed that. Option 2, again all platforms are station is given, and in the conclusion we need no station is platform. So, that is also eliminated. Now, let us look at statement 4. Okay, what is given in statement 4? No train is platform, some platforms are buses, no buses station. Again, what you have, another thing that the second important thing that you should know is that, see, when do you get statements like this? Some trains are buses. When do you get such definite conclusions? I mean, see, when do you get a definite conclusion like some trains are buses? When in the statement, okay, if and only if in the statement there is some all, okay, the word all, the universal positive quantifier is there in the statements, then you will get such conclusion, that is some trains are buses. Okay, or let us say if in the statements there was a statement like some buses are trains, then just the reverse of that, right? Some trains are buses. That can be true. Otherwise, if I have to get a conclusion like this, there should be some statement which has the word all in it. Now look at conclusion 4, statement 4. There is no statement which has the term all in it. Okay, so I can eliminate conclusion, statement 4 also. Okay, I hope it is clear. Generally, to arrive at positive conclusions, right, you need positive statements, and especially to get this particular statement, some trains are buses, either the converse should be there in the given conclusion, or at least some statement which says all should be there. That is not there in option 4. So I eliminate option 4 also. Now you are left with option 1 and 3. Just draw the Venn diagrams for these two options and check which is the correct one. That will give you the answer. Now let us look at option 1. All platforms are trains. No train is a station. So no train is a station. Some buses are platform. So some buses are platform. Let's draw it like this. See, I'm drawing it with the minimum overlapping. Okay, and I'm drawing the basic diagram. So now with this, what is the conclusion that you get? Some trains are buses. Yes, definitely some trains are buses. That conclusion follows. Now, no station is a platform. See, it is already given that no train is a station, and also it is given that all platforms are trains. Basically, platform is coming under the set train, and no trains are station. So definitely no station is a platform. So that is also true. Correct? So the correct answer for this question will be option 1. Gaurav is asking me how did I eliminate option 2. See Gaurav, in option 2 very clearly it is given, the statement says all platforms are station. But what do we need? See, in the conclusion they have given no station is platform. If all platforms are station, how can this be true? It cannot be true. So that is why you eliminate that. Yes, Gaurav, there is generally another method also that we follow. There is a tick and cross method that you follow, but the best way always is Venn diagram, because that is very easy. Okay, so not Gaurav, Dushyant. Dushyant, to answer your question, any other method to solve syllogisms, you also have a tick and cross method which is used, but always go with syllogism, always go with Venn diagram. That is the easier method, I feel. Now again somebody is asking me why not option 4. See, as I said, what is the conclusion that you have here, Girish? You have some trains are buses. Now, to get this conclusion, either in the given statement, I should have some buses are trains. Is there any statement like that? Not there. Or there should be some statement which has all. See, generally, if I say all A's are B's, okay, if I say all A's are B's, then from this statement, I can conclude some B's are A's. Okay, so basically when you have a universal positive statement, from that you are able to get a conclusion that is a particular positive statement. So to get a particular positive statement as conclusion, either the reverse of the given conclusion should be there in the statement, or a universal positive statement has to be there somewhere. Here, no universal positive statement is there, so I eliminated option 4. So we are left with option 1 and 3. So directly when we check 1, it comes correct. So that is your correct answer. If that was not true, then you will have to check option 3 also. Okay. I hope it's clear. Let's look at the next question. See, Gaurav, to solve questions on syllogisms, verbally solving is not the right way to do it. You have to draw Venn diagrams and solve. Next question. Again, this question was also on reverse syllogism, same SBI clerk paper AIM that was held last week. A lot of you gave me the correct answer for this question. Let me see who gave me the answer first. Good evening, Anil. Good evening, Kishore. Mahata gave me the answer, then followed by Vidya. Okay, good. Next question is there on your screen. All roads being motors is a possibility. Some streets are not motor. So you have 5 statements following that. Banashri says the correct answer for this is option 2. Okay, let's check. See, as I said, in reverse syllogisms, try to eliminate as many options as possible and draw the Venn diagrams only for the remaining options. Bhargav says it's 5. Good evening, Ammu Ashok. Antu says 2, Dushyant says 2, Vidya says 2. Good. Let's go about solving it. So, what is given in the conclusion here? All roads being motor is a possibility. Some streets are not motor. Okay. So, all roads being motor is a possibility. Now, look at option 5. In this statement, in this option, there is a statement which says no road is a motor. But in the conclusion, it is given all roads being motor is a possibility. This seems to be a possibility, correct? If you use this statement, can you arrive at this conclusion? No, it is contradicting. So, eliminate this option. This option is not true. Now, let us look at option 1. Again, in option 1, what have they given? All roads are not motors. Here, if you see the conclusion, the first conclusion is very clearly saying all roads being motor is a possibility. So, if you use this statement, you will definitely not get this conclusion. So, eliminate this also. Now, you are left with 3 statements, correct? There is option 2, 3 and 4. Check these 3 options and see which is your correct option. So, let me just check option 2 first. What is given here? Some roads are motors. So, some roads are motors. No motor is a street. So, no motor is a street, and basically there is no relation between them. No street is a scooty. So, no street is a scooty. I don't know where. I am just drawing scooty here. No street is a scooty. So, what is given here? All roads being motor is a possibility. Yes. See, some roads are motors means the maximum possible case for that is sum becomes all. Basically, both become equal, correct? So, in that case, all roads being motor is definitely a possibility. So, conclusion 1 follows. Similarly, here it is given that here in the statement 2, it is given that no motor is street. So, if no motor is street, definitely I can say some streets are not motor, correct? So, that is also satisfied. So, both the conclusions are satisfied in option 2. So, the correct answer for this is option 2. Okay. So, if you want, you can check option 3 and 4, but luckily in this question option 2 itself comes correct for us. So, you needn't check the other 2 options. Let's look at the next question. See, Gaurav, what are the chances if you ask me? We are never able to predict such things, correct? When you prepare for bank exams, you will have to prepare everything. So, depending on your luck, the topic can come or cannot come. So, but you have to be thorough with everything, whatever is there in the syllabus. That's the important thing, Gaurav. I cannot say whether it will come or it will not come. Next question is there on your screen. So, for this question again, LC, Kirtika, Viji, Grishma, all of you gave me the correct answer. So, who has given me the answer first? First, the answer for this question was given by Banashri, followed by Kishore. Good. Each question consists of a question and 2 statements numbered 1 and 2. You have to decide whether the given statements are sufficient to answer the question. Read both the statements and choose the most appropriate option. So, this question is on data sufficiency. Sambhavi, why are you not able to view the session? Please refresh your screen and check. But again, how do you know if I speak? Might be some of you please help her on the chat. Tell her to refresh the screen and see. Yeah. Gaurav has replied. Thanks, Gaurav. Now, if she's not able to see, then she won't be able to hear me as well. Lakshman has given me the answer for this question first, followed by Dushyant. See, what are they saying? 4 friends, I, J, K, L are seated around a circular table. Some are facing center while some are facing outside the center. Which direction is K facing? Okay, you have to say whether K is facing outside or K is facing inside. The first statement says K sits second to the left of L. K sits on the immediate right of J. Second statement says J sits on the immediate right of K. I is an immediate neighbor of K, both K and L. Now, just by reading this question, you should be able to give the answer. Okay, see, we don't waste your time drawing the diagrams and trying to do the given arrangement. Why? Because in the question it is very clearly given, some are facing center, some are facing outside. Okay, so see, if everybody was facing the center and they just give you these details, right? Sometimes when we draw, we will be able to get the exact arrangement. And but again, the question here is, what direction is K facing? Now, nothing about direction of any person is given here in the statements. So, it is just given K sits second to the left, K sits to the immediate right, J sits immediate right, K is the immediate neighbor of both K and L. So, with these given information, you will not know in which direction K is facing. So, using both the given statements, you will not be able to answer the question. The question is which direction is K facing. Again, nothing about directions of any person is given here. So, you cannot get the answer. So, the correct answer for this question is the data in both statements 1 and 2 together are not sufficient to answer the question. Okay. Mahata says both are required. No, Mahata, how will you say, how will you get the answer by saying both are required? So, again, Swati gives me A, Manisha says E. See, some of you are saying both statements are together necessary. Again, together necessary means might be you know the position of K, that's all. How will you know in which direction K is facing? Some are facing inside, some are facing outside. Whenever there are questions where some people are facing inside means this is their left and this is their right, correct? If a person is facing inside. If a person is facing outside, this is their left and this is their right. So, arrangement will change. So, here no such information about anybody facing, anybody's facing which direction is given. Jaya, it's a very, very easy question. In this question, some people are facing inside and some people are facing outside. And in the given statements 1 and 2, nothing is mentioned about the direction of even a single person. Without knowing the direction of any one person, how can I fix who is facing center and who is facing outside? I cannot. So, I will not know which direction K is facing. Correct. See, Rasik is saying direction is not given. Yes. So, the answer is option A. Next question is there on your screen. Again, I don't remember, one of you had posted a similar query in the discussion forum and said that you are finding it difficult to approach such questions. The question was incomplete in the forum, but I don't remember the name. So, this is a similar question of that pattern. Kirtika, you just try out. See, you can assume that one person is facing the center and then do the arrangement. But again, if you assume and do for that particular question, you will get a lot of different cases. Okay, you will definitely, there will be one case wherein K is facing inwards, there will be one case wherein K is facing outwards. So again, for sure, you will not be able to say. Girish, see, good evening, okay. Hi Chandra Neeraj, good evening. So if you actually look in the AIM, right, in the solution, we would have given you all the various cases that can come with the given information. Again, with all those various cases, you cannot conclude anything. But actually in the exam, it will be a waste of time if you sit and do all of these cases, try and draw. You needn't do. So for your understanding, we have given the diagrams also there in the explanation. Okay, a lot of you are giving me the answer for this question. So let me see who gave me the answer first. Nilab says the answer is option D. Dushyant says A. Okay, A, D, lot of answers I am getting. Okay, what is A? A is only if conclusion 1 is true. D is neither 1 nor 2 is true. So let us see which is the correct answer. See, in such questions, the best way to solve is like this. See, whatever star represents what, just write it down if you have the time. Star represents greater than, percentage represents either greater than or equal to, and C represents smaller than. Generally, because from this type you will have 4 or 5 questions that come. Okay, at least 2 or 3 questions that will come of the same type. So if you note down this information, know what each symbol represents, it will be easier for you to rewrite the question accordingly. At represents smaller than or equal to, this symbol represents equal to. Okay. Now what is the given statement here? Z is less than P. I am just taking these symbols, respective symbols, and writing it down. T equal to M, M greater than or equal to Z. Now what is the first conclusion? The first conclusion says M greater than Z. The second conclusion says T greater than or equal to P. Okay, let's look at the given statements. So what is given? Z is less than P. Okay, now here you know M is greater than or equal to Z. Similarly, T is equal to M, correct? So I can say T is also greater than or equal to Z, and then it is given that P is greater than Z, correct? Z is less than P means P is greater than Z. Now the first conclusion says M is greater than Z. See, what you can derive from the given statements, you can only say that M is greater than or equal to Z. By saying that M is greater than or equal to Z, I cannot surely say that M is greater than Z. It can be equal to also, correct? So this conclusion does not follow. I think a lot of you gave me the answer as option A. Please check. In the given statements, it is given M can be greater than or it can be equal to Z. So using that, you cannot say definitely M is going to be greater than Z. So conclusion 1 does not follow. Next, T is greater than or equal to P. Again, see, what do we know from the given statements? We know that M is greater than or equal to Z, T is greater than or equal to Z, P is greater than Z. That's all you know. You know the relationship of each of these variables with respect to Z. Now, do you know anything about the relationship between P and T? They can be equal, they can be greater, one can be greater, the other can be lesser. So, you cannot conclude that, correct? No relationship between T and P we can find out from the given information. So this conclusion also doesn't follow. So the correct answer for this question is option D. That is neither conclusion 1 nor 2 follows. Sambhavi, just go to the video, just right click there and you will get a YouTube URL. Try to view it on YouTube. Sometimes you will be able to view it in the YouTube URL also. Please check. You won't be able to chat there though, because this is a private session for only for our Talent Sprint students. So, but you can check. Give it a try. You didn't know how the first conclusion is not true, Mahata. See, first it is given that in the statement it is given M is greater than or equal to Z. So I cannot say first conclusion is true for sure because M can also be equal to Z. So that's why you say that that conclusion is not true. Yeah, see, somebody has shared you the link also. Please click on that and see. Next question. Vidya has given me the answer for this question as option B. This question, how you solve is you will have to look at each and every option and compare and see which will satisfy the given condition. So in which of the following expressions Q greater than P is not true? Mahata is asking me a doubt on the previous question. Mahata says, if in conclusion m is equal to z, then what will be? If in the conclusion, I didn't understand. Okay, so if there were, so Mahata, you're asking me if in the conclusion there is another third conclusion, m equal to z, right? If there was one more conclusion like this, then I can say either conclusion 1 or conclusion 3 is true. Either m is greater than z or m is equal to z. That will be the case. Which question are you writing, Shobha? T greater than m greater than p greater than z. Now which question is that? Okay, you are writing, where is t here? I am not able to find t. Oh, t equal to m greater than or equal to p. One second. Let me just help out Shobha. She says t equal, I think she is also asking for the previous question, t is equal to m. See again, how can you say m is greater than p? Is there something given like that? T is equal to m, p is greater than z. Both you can say. Correct? Now m is greater than p. Nothing like that is given in the question. So how can you say that? No, Shobha, you can't write it combined like that. Sambhavi, please then, if YouTube is also not working, then please check if in your system you have loaded the necessary flash player, everything is up to date. Because otherwise there shouldn't be any issue. If still the issue persists, please drop in a mail to the support team. They'll take it up. Yes, see, Gaurav says, please check your internet connection. Yes, because Sambhavi, none of the others seem to be having a problem. Either there is some issue with your system or the internet. Next question. Okay, a lot of you have given me the answer for this question. Let me go about solving this. See, J is less than or equal to Q, Q is greater than M, M is equal to H. Okay, look at the first statement here, Q is greater than M, M is equal to H, H is greater than or equal to P, or directly I can say, see, Q is greater than M, correct, and M is equal to H. So what can I say? I can also say that Q is greater than H, and it is given H is greater than or equal to P. So definitely Q is greater than P. So this is not the correct answer. Look at next option, option B. Here P is greater than M, M is less than or equal to H. Okay, P is greater than M, M is less than or equal to H, but it is also given that H is equal to Q. So I can say M is less than or equal to Q also. And you know P is greater than M. So what can you say here? See, again, can you say anything about the relationship between P and Q? You cannot say, actually, correct? You cannot say Q is greater than P or less than P. You know that P is greater than M and M is less than or equal to Q. With that, you cannot find the relationship between P and Q. Okay. Now, let us look at option C. Option C, what is it saying? M is equal to P, P is less than H. Again, if you combine these statements, what do you get? See, P is less than H, or I can say P is less than N, because H is equal to N, this is less than or equal to Q. So here also Q is greater than P. Now if you take this option, here we could not find the relationship between Q and P at all, whether who is greater, who is smaller. So in which of the following expressions Q greater than P is not true? So that is going to be, again, no relationship between P and Q can be determined in this statement. So the correct answer is option B. Q greater than P is not true. Again, but ma'am, restatement and inequality follows. See, actually there is also an option that none of these is there, correct? So here what do we get? We get P is greater than M, P is greater than M, and you get M is equal to Q, correct? So, oh, I'm sorry, here, okay, sorry, look at the second statement, sorry, I wrote it wrong, second statement, that's what I was thinking, that it is not coming correct, I have written it wrong here. See, P is greater than M, okay, is given here, and it is given M is less than or equal to H, correct, or M is less than or equal to Q, and no, again we don't get, see, none of these option also seems correct, no? Are all of you getting the answer as B? Because the question here is, which of the following expressions Q greater than P is not true? Now, the thing is, they have given one extra option here saying none of these. Girish says, then also answer is B. What am I missing? One second, I am missing something, yeah. P is greater than M, M is less than, Q greater than P is not true. So, P is greater than M, M is less than or equal to Q. Yeah, B is a more powerful option. Yes, B seems to be correct, but again they have confused us by giving an option, none of these. Anyway, we will go with the option B, right? I'll just go back and check this question once again, and if there is any, if B is not, if there is any issues, I'll just post it in the discussion forum, just keep a watch. Otherwise, in the archive, I will update this question. Yes, because here you are not actually able to find a relationship between P and Q. Okay, let's move on to the next question. For now, we'll take the answer as B because that seems to be the logical option. None of this is confusing there. Anyway, I'll get back on that question. Yeah. Yes, Atish, that is the exact issue that I also feel, because see, in the question what have they asked? They have asked us that in which of the following expression Q greater than P is not true. So let us assume this option, none of these was there, not there. If this was not there, definitely I know the correct answer is going to be option B, because only in this case it is ambiguous, we are not able to find out. But Q is not, see, if which of the following expression Q greater than P is not true means what has to be the case? Q has to be less than or equal to P. But this we are not getting in this option here. So it has to be none of these, right? So that is the ambiguity that is coming in this question. I'll get back on this question to you guys. Please check up the discussion forum tomorrow. I'll definitely check up on this question once again and get back to you, right? There is some ambiguity there. I'm not able to get it correctly right now. So Jaya Sai says M is less than or equal to Q means Q is equal to M and less than M and not greater than P. For now we will go with the option B, but I will check on that. I am not very sure. Okay, let's look at the next question. Next question is there on your screen. So again, who was the person? Dushyant, I think. Dushyant had previously asked me once in the forum that he finds questions which has 2 or 3 variables involved difficult, especially with blood relations. So I think Dushyant, the question that appeared again, this was in the last week SBI Clerks AIM. This question has 3 different variables involved. Okay, so we will try out this question and see how to solve it. So what is given here? See, there are a group of family members and they are saying that there are 3 generations in the family. Their relationship is given and the drinks that they like is also given. And you have to get the correct relationship, the drinks that they like, and arrange them and get the answer. Okay, so let's try out this question. So I'll give you 2-3 minutes to go through the question and try to get the answer, and then I will go about solving it. You guys first read the question, understand it, and try to answer the question. Chandraneeraj, I hope you can see the screen clearly now. Right now when you guys are solving, look at this screen and try to solve the question, and when I am solving, I'll go on to the next screen because I need space to solve the question. Okay, for now you use this and give it a try. Guys, those of you who are saying that the question is difficult, see, the main important thing when it comes to solving questions on complex assignments and all is you should be able to write down the given information correctly, and actually by if you look at the information step by step correctly, you should be able to solve it. Okay. See, the thing is, if you get the arrangement, no, you will at a stretch you will get 5 answers correct in the question. Once you get the arrangement, then solving the questions that come along with it is very easy. So okay, so let me start solving it. A lot of you are saying that you're finding it difficult to solve. Okay, let us, I'll go step by step. You guys try solving it with me and see. Okay, now Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z are family members. There are 3 generations in the family. Each member likes different drinks. So I'm just going to write down what are the different drinks that they like. Okay, so you have coffee, then you have tea, sorry if my spellings are wrong, tea, then milk, then you have Sprite, Fanta, 7-Up, Maaza, Pepsi, then you have Appy Fizz and Limca. So these are the drinks that are there. Now not necessarily in the same order. There are 5 females in the family. See totally how many people are there? There are 10 members in the family. So 5 are female and 5 have to be male. Keep that in mind. Now Y has no sister-in-law. So Y has no sister-in-law. Z does not like T. I am just writing down what is given, okay. Since I don't have space, I am just writing it here. Z does not like T. Then the grandson of Q does not like Pepsi. Okay, again, right now I am not able to use all that information. Okay, now see what is given here. Grandson of Q does not like Pepsi. So what do we know? Actually, we know there are 3 generations, correct? 1, 2 and 3. So grandson of Q means this, where is Q? Q definitely has to be, guys, yeah, a lot of you are asking me how to solve. Let us first try and solve this question. Try if you can understand it. See the method that we are following, and I'm sure you should be able to solve questions, okay? Okay. So what is given here? Let us look at this statement. The grandson of Q does not like Pepsi. So definitely Q has to be in this generation. See, there are 3 generations in the family. Grandfather, grandmother, then there has to be some mother, father, etc. Then one more generation. So Q is definitely in the topmost generation. So that much I know from that given statement. No male member likes Maaza, Limca or tea. So this Maaza, Limca, where is Limca? Limca and tea, male members don't like. So females like. So for now, for easiness, I am going to represent all the male members as boys, that is B, female members as girls, that is G, just for easier representation, no? So I can say that this Limca, Maaza and tea is liked by girls or females. You can also use F and M. I am just following this notation for now because I find G and B to be easier, right? Next, what is given? The grandson of Q does not like Pepsi. No male members like this. In the family, each of the female member except Y and S has 2 sisters and 1 unmarried brother. So what do I know now? I know Y and S are girls, correct? Y and S are female, so they are girls. Now except Y and S, all the other girls have 2 sisters and 1 unmarried brother. Okay, right now I am not able to use that information also. Let me keep that aside. R is the father-in-law of U and likes Fanta. So who likes Fanta? R likes Fanta, and R is the father-in-law, so he is a boy. So now what is the blood relation diagram that I can draw now? So R is a boy. I am representing male as B, okay? See, any notation that you follow, you are free to follow, right? Sometimes we use plus for male and minus for female. You are free to follow that. Sometimes you follow M for male, F to for female, that is also okay. Only thing you have to keep in mind is whatever notation you follow, use it throughout. Don't keep changing. Okay, for now in this question, I am going to use R as, R is a male, so I am putting B. Now R is the father-in-law of U. So R has a child who is married to U. Now I don't know the gender of U. I don't know the gender of this person, his child also. So I am just leaving it there. Now T who likes 7-Up is the son-in-law of Y. So you have Y who has a child, that is child is a girl, correct? Because it is given T is the son-in-law of Y, correct? T is the son-in-law of Y, so this has to be a boy. And here we already know that Y is a girl because they have given Y and S are girls, so this is also a girl. And T likes 7-Up. So who likes 7-Up? T likes 7-Up and T is a boy. So I am just filling side by side the table also. Now T who likes 7-Up is the son-in-law of Y. The mother of X likes T. Again, I don't know who X is. For now, let that be there. W who likes coffee is the unmarried sister of W who likes coffee is the unmarried sister of V who does not like Maaza. So who likes coffee? W likes coffee and she is a girl. Okay, and unmarried sister of V. So V does not like Maaza. So W and V are siblings. Okay, so we have W and V who are siblings. That's all we know. Then what is given? X is the sister-in-law of U, but she does not like Fanta, Limca or T. V is the brother-in-law of T. Again, let us wait for all that. Okay, and then it is given the father of Y is the husband of Z and he does not like P. Now this is the key statement that we will use to get the people in the 3 generation. See, it is given the father of Y is the husband of S. So see, one thing with all these given statements, what can you say? You know that Q is going to be in the topmost generation. I have got that here, correct? Now, these people are there, then you have one R and B. Definitely R and Y are not going to be in the bottom generation. They have to be either in this generation or in this generation. That is the first generation or the second generation. Okay. Now, it is given that the father of Y is the husband of S. So, the father of Y means, what does that mean? Y has to be in the second generation. So, Q is in the topmost generation. Y has to be in the second generation. So, definitely Y is coming here. Now, the father of Y is the husband of S. So, and you know S is a female. So, who are going to be the parents of Y? It is going to be Q and S because they are in the topmost generation, correct? And this is going to be a girl and this is going to be a boy. Okay. Now, again, another reason for us to take this arrangement is, and where is R? R is going to be the husband of Y. Now, how can I conclude that this is going to be the arrangement? Because in the question they have given that, see, in the family, each female member except Y and S has 2 sisters and 1 unmarried brother. So, if you see the given arrangement that we are now arriving at, see, in the topmost generation you have Q and S. Okay. In the next generation you have R and Y. Then all the other people are in the lower generation. Correct? And as they have given, except for Y and S, everybody else, all the other girls will have 2 sisters and 1 brother. Okay. See, who is this brother? It is V. See, here it is given that V is the brother-in-law of T. So, this R and B, they have 3 children. Correct? See, one is this, this girl, then here one more person, this W, and then V. They have 4 children. Sorry, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So, they have 4 children. And you know, this is a girl, right? W is a girl, V is a boy. See, how do I know this V and W are children of these people? It is given that V is the brother-in-law of T. So, definitely V has to be R and Y's child. I hope it is clear till this how we reached here. Now, next what is given? X is the sister-in-law of U, but she does not like Fanta, Limca or tea. So, where will X come? So, there are, see, now you look at the boys. Which are the boys here in the group? You have B, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have found out 4 boys. Now, you need to know the gender of U. Correct. Now, what is given? X is the sister-in-law of U. So, where will actually X come? First, let's fix X. So, X is the sister-in-law of U means this definitely has to be X. Correct. X has to be married to T. Now, then what is given? And she does not like the father of Y is the husband of S and does not like Appy. X is married to the, X is a married sister of Z. So, this has to be Z. Okay, X is a married sister of Z, and I think we have got now all the people. Now, we just need to know what is the, who is male and who is female. Correct? Now, again, only 2 people we have to find out among Z and U. How do we find out? There should be something that is given. V is the brother-in-law of T. Yeah, see, again, here it is given that, see, if you look at every girl in the family, right, they except Y and S, all the other girls will have 2 siblings. I mean 2 sisters, okay. So, if you look at X, X should have 2 sisters. One sister is W and the other sister has to be the child of R and Y, correct. So, this has to be a girl and definitely this has to be a boy, okay. So, this is your arrangement. Now, once you are done with this, you have got the complete blood relation tree, yes. This is your blood relation tree that you have got. Now, it's very easy to fill up the rest. Now, again, what is given here? The grandparents do not like any drinks except milk and appy. So, the grandparents like milk and appy. And then what is given? The father of Y is the husband of Z and he does not like appy. So, the grandparents like milk and appy. And it is saying, they are saying that Q does not like appy. So, what does Q like? Q likes milk. So, this is going to be Q. So, this is liked by a boy, and who's going to like happy? S is going to like happy, happy. She's a girl. Then what are you left with? This is for here, no? Then, so this is the arrangement that we have now. So who are we left with? W likes coffee. Yeah, X is the sister-in-law of U, but she does not like Fanta, Limca or tea. Now, again, see one more statement they had given that the grandson of, where is that first statement? Yeah, the grandson of Q does not like Pepsi. So, V does not like Pepsi. So, where will V be? V definitely has to like Sprite because the only other place is T that is taken up by a girl. So, this has to be V. And again, here it was also given that the mother of X will like T. So, who likes T? Y likes T. That is the mother of X. Who is the mother of X? That is Y. So, now you are left with Pepsi and Masa. So, if you look at girls, 1, 2, 3, 4 and this has to be 5. Okay, 5 girls are there and so this has to be a boy. So, who should like Pepsi? See, the only boy we have left out now is U, correct? So, definitely U has to like Pepsi. Now, if you look at girls, we are left with X and Z. Now, they had given one statement, no? X is the sister-in-law of U, but she does not like Fanta, Limca or tea. So, definitely X should like Masa and this should be Z. Okay, so this is your final arrangement. There are 3 generations. So, the first generation is Q and S. Yes. Let me just divide the generations for you. The first generation is Q and S followed by R and Y. Then you have these people where this W, Z, X, V. These 4 are siblings. Okay, they are siblings and this is Z's husband is U and X's husband is T. So, this is your final arrangement that you get. Now, the question is who amongst the following likes Masa? So, who likes Masa? X likes Masa. That is option B. Yes, a few of you have given me the answer correctly. Correct. So, see the best way to solve this question is to write down whatever is there that is given, note down each and every information and then go about solving the question. Okay. Parallelly try to with the given information try to draw the relationship diagram. In the meantime try to write down which drink each person likes also. Okay. See, sometimes what we do is we try to represent everything in terms of one diagram. That is what we do is here itself you will write what drink they like. At times that can get confusing. So, Girish, choose the questions wisely when it comes to questions on complex assignments. Sometimes the questions it will click faster and you will be able to arrive at the answer faster. Okay. So, yes, it is time consuming. Choose the question wisely according to the time available and the question that comes. Okay. Next question. You likes which of the following drinks? At least read through the question once and see if you will be able to solve it. If you find it really difficult, then don't waste your time. Move on to the next question. But if you practice, I am sure when such questions comes, you will be able to give it a try. Okay. Next questions. You likes which of the following? See, when you take up these all India mock exams, right, every week itself you will get an idea when such questions come. See how much time you are spending on that, because these practice tests are the right time wherein you can test out all these, right. Spend some extra time on this question and see how you are doing in the other questions. Then you will realize whether you are actually wasting time. Should I do when such question comes? With that you will be able to decide. You likes which of the following drinks? So, you likes which drink? What was the question? Sorry. You likes Pepsi. So, the correct answer here is option C, Pepsi. Yes, everybody is giving it correctly. Next question. How many granddaughters does S have? So, how many granddaughters does S have? 3 granddaughters, correct? You have W, X and Z. So, the answer is 3. Again. Yes. So, I hope that question was clear. Do any of you need any further explanation? I think If you're not very clear, please refer back to the archive because the question is very lengthy. Yes, we have been able to solve it correctly also, so please refer back if you are not able to get. Next question is there on your screen. Yeah, 3. For the previous question, 3 is the correct answer. Good. Very easy question. Just give me the answer. This question was from the SSC CHSL AIM that was held last week. See, in SSC CHSL direction questions are generally easy, not very difficult. Difficulty level is always moderate or easy. Yes, Vidya has given me the answer first for this question as 4. Kiran, I don't think today we have a question that has been selected on the coding decoding new pattern. Definitely in the upcoming sessions we will try to include. Okay, so I have just included whatever questions that appeared in last week AIM, which were, okay, a lot of you are giving me the answer as option D. Okay, what is given here? Anita drives from a point A towards north and travels for 30 kilometers. So Anita, Anita is traveling towards north, for 30 kilometers. Then she turns to her right. So she's north means always, see if you are confused, always draw the directions diagram first. Okay, before you solve the question. So Anita is moving north means she's going in this direction. Now this is going to be her left and this is going to be her right. Then she turns to her right and travels 4 kilometers. So this is 30, this is 4. And then she again turns to her right. So her right is this direction. She turns to her right and again goes 30 kilometers. So how far is she from her starting point? This is her distance, that is 4 kilometers. So she is from her starting point 4 kilometers distance. Yes. So all of you got the answer as D. Anubrat, I think you have joined the session a bit late. The first 2-3 questions that we solved today was from syllogisms. We did reverse syllogism questions today. You can refer back to the archive. Select the correct combination of mathematical signs to replace the multiplication signs and to balance the given equation. Again, this question was also from the SSC CHSL paper that was asked last week. So what is the answer for this? Vidya has given me the answer as option A. Is it A, Vidya? Nilab says C. Sanjana Maunika says C. Yes, I think C is correct. Vidya, please check. You would have made some silly mistake somewhere. See, for solving such questions, you will have to go by a trial and error method, okay? Try to put in the operations and see which set becomes correct. So if you look at this particular question, it will be 15 into 5 divided by 3 is equal to 25. That is option C, okay? When you apply option C, this is what you get. So this will be, see, 15 into 5 by 3, correct? Is equal to 25. So that is your correct answer, that is option C. So Vidya gave me answer as option A. Vidya, see, if we check option A, we get 15 into 5 is equal to 3 divided by 25. No, that's not true. I think Vidya, you accidentally took this also as multiplication, so you suddenly thought 75, 75, and I think you gave me the answer. Right? Very misleading there actually. It's very easy for us to make a mistake. So correct answer is option C. Somebody says D. Pramod, how did you get the answer as option D? If minus stands for divided by, plus stands for into, divided by stands for minus, and into stands for plus, find out which of the following is correct. Again, you will have to go by a trial and error method to solve this question. Give me the answer for this once you get. Yes, a lot of you are giving me the answer as option B. Okay. So here just put in these symbols and check. So here minus stands for divided by, plus stands for into, divided by stands for minus, into stands for plus. Find out which of the following is correct. You have to do a trial and error method only. So here if you actually, minus is, if I am looking at option 2, this will become 49 divided by 7 into, right, plus becomes multiply, that is 3, divided by becomes what, minus 5 plus 8, correct. So that's what you're left with. Here make use of BODMAS concept. 49 by 7 is 7, 7 into 3 minus 5 plus 8, 7 3s are 21, 21 minus 5 is 17, and 17 plus 8, correct, that is 24. Yeah, the correct answer for this, sorry, 16 plus 8 is 24. 7 into 3, 21, 21 minus 5 is 16, 16 plus 8 is 24. So the correct option is option B. Yes, all of you got it correctly. So Sai Jyoti, did you join the session only now? I am seeing your answer only now. Okay, let's look at the next question. So this question is also from the last week AIM. Last Saturday was on the 20th of the month. If Tuesday is 3 days ahead, what day of the week is today? Pramod is giving me the answer for the previous question. I think Pramod, it's buffering a little bit late for you. D. A lot of you are giving me the answer as D for this question. Why D? Very easy question. I thought, okay, I accidentally chose an easy question. I'm getting varied answers, some B, some D. You should not be making a mistake in this question at all. It's a very, very easy question. Yes. Okay, see, let us read the question. Last Saturday was on the 20th of the month. Okay, so some month, 20th was Saturday. Now, it is given that if Tuesday is 3 days ahead, what day of the week is today? See, Tuesday is 3 days ahead means today is also a Saturday. That's all. The correct answer is option B. Correct? That's all is asked. Tuesday is 3 days ahead. So if I am today on Saturday, I can say that Tuesday is 3 days ahead. So the correct answer is Saturday. For those of you who gave me the answer as D, how do you say that? See, actually this statement, I don't know why they have given last Saturday was on 20th of a month. Okay, let that be there. Last Saturday was 20th of the month. Okay, Tuesday is 3 days ahead. Means today is Saturday. Very, very easy question. If today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday, then Monday, and then Tuesday. Correct answer is option B. Okay, now everybody is getting it correctly. For those of you who gave me the answer as option D, is it clear? Very easy question. See, you guys are able to solve difficult questions and make your, easy questions, you are making mistakes. Aditya says he is not able to understand. Aditya, sorry, which is the question? Yeah. See Aditya, last Saturday was on 20th of the month. Okay, that is there. Now, if Tuesday is 3 days ahead, then what week is today? Now, see actually today is actually, it is actually 27th of Saturday that you are talking about. Okay, if that is the confusion that all of you have. right? Now, see, why they have very clearly, they have said last Saturday was on 20th of a month, means I am on some other day today, not on this 20th. That much you should be clear. And I am saying that Tuesday is 3 days ahead. So Tuesday is 3 days ahead means I am actually on the next Saturday. Okay? So that is how I say that today is Saturday. If that is the doubt that you have, Aditya. Yes, that is why they have given last Saturday was 20th of a month. Otherwise, what we tend to do is we try to take this, and I don't know, you are trying to take 20th as the day that you are in, and I don't know where you are getting confused. Tuesday is 3 days ahead. That's all you need to know. Tuesday is 3 days ahead. Which day are you when you are on a Saturday? That's all. If that asks for the date, might be you can get confused. Otherwise, I don't think there is anything for you to get confused. Yes. Again, next question is a basic question from ranking. So, what is the answer for this question? 27. Okay. So, what is the question? In a class, there are, directly you can apply the formula and get the answer, right? Or otherwise, how do you do it? There are 42 students in a class. The logic is this, 42 students are there. Mahesh's rank is 16th from the bottom. So, there are 15 students after him. What is his rank from the top? So, how many students are there before him? See, this is his rank, right? Mahesh is the 16th one. So, there are 26 people before him, correct? 42 minus 16. That is, there are 26 people before him, or his rank is 27th. Or directly just use the formula, you get the answer. (42 minus 16 plus 1). It is 27. Yeah. Let's look at the next question. Let's not waste time on that question. That was a very easy one. Next one. Mahata, if you refer to the ranking, no, in the first video, there would be formulas. See, they have given T minus R. So, T minus R plus 1, the position, the total number of people minus the position plus 1. Okay, so you can just refer back to the ranking sessions. In that, you will have 3 different cases. In each case, what is the formula that you will have to use will be given there. Just by heart those formulas. So, if such basic questions appear, directly you can put in the formula and get the answer. I just explained the logic in case you would like, some of you ask me, what is the logic behind it. So that's why I explained the logic. Let's say in the exam you forget the formula, might be then if you know the logic, solving will be easier. Yes, next question, I am getting a lot of answers. A lot of you are giving me the answer as 17. So here you have 49, 9, 81 and 19. Now the first thing that you can notice when you see this question is that all of these are perfect squares, correct? So root of 49 is 7. Similarly, root of 9 is 3. So root of 49, 7, root of 9 is 3. Again, root of 81 is 9. So when you are adding all these 3, what do you get? 7 plus 3 plus 9, that is you are getting 19. That is the element in the last row. Similarly, what is root of 100? Root of 100 is 10. Root of 36 is 6. Root of 1 is 1. So in the last row, last cell is going to be 10 plus 6 plus 1, that is 17. If you see the same pattern is being followed here also, root of 64, 8 plus 2 plus 5, that is 15. So here the correct answer is 17, option C. Question on series completion. Yes, a lot of you are giving me the answer as option C. So here what is the this thing that is being followed? See, you have 0.5, correct? 0.5 plus 0.05 is giving you 0.55. Similarly, 0.55 plus 0.1 is giving you 0.65. Similarly, 0.65 plus 0.15, right? 0.05 you are adding in each step. So that is giving you 0.8. So next one will be 0.8 plus 0.2, that is equal to 1. That is option C. Next question. I think this question was from the Canara Bank paper. We had enabled a full length test Canara Bank paper for you. I think it's from that. This is on blood relations. Pointing to Pinky, Pinku said, "She is the daughter of my grandmother's only daughter. How is Pinku related to Pinky?" 1. Hey, what? All of you are giving me the answer as son. Or were you guys giving me the answer for the previous question? What was the answer we got? Previous question was option C. Okay. No, please read the question again. LC says 4. See, Pinky, pointing to Pinky, Pinku said, "She is the daughter of my grandmother's only daughter." So, Pinku has a grandmother, okay. Generally in questions, whenever grandmother, Pinku has a grandmother. Generally in questions when they don't mention which grandmother it is, like paternal or maternal, if they don't mention, generally we consider it to be the paternal grandmother, okay. So I am assuming Pinku has a father whose mother, okay, and she is the daughter of my grandmother's only daughter. So my grandmother has a daughter, and that daughter's child is Pinky, correct? So if that is the case, how is Pinku and Pinky related? Again, somebody says option 3. How can that be? See, both of them are in the same generation, right? How is Pinku related to Pinky? So you can see, son is not true, husband is not true, nephew is also not true. Again, brother is there, but again, if you see, generally when in questions, when they don't give you maternal or paternal, we generally consider it as paternal. So the correct answer for this question will be none of these. They should actually be cousins. The correct answer will be option 5. Yes, Girish says 5. Again, by looking at names, no, generally we sometimes we will not be able to say whether it's a boy or a girl. Dinesh says C. See, only daughter means Sai Jyoti. It doesn't mean that that person cannot have a son. If it was only child, then no confusion. But here it is given only daughter. My grandmother's only daughter. My grandmother has only one daughter. So you cannot take it like that. Yes, you can actually, yeah, none of these is the correct answer. You can't say brother. What is nephew? Nephew means, let's say I have a brother, okay. My brother's son or my sibling's son, my brother or sister, anybody. My sibling's son is called my nephew. Okay, my sibling's son is my nephew. Similarly, my sibling's daughter is my niece. Yes. Now let's look at the next question. Yes, gender is also not mentioned. Yes, next question. Anil Kiran has given me the answer. Okay, now what is given here, small and medium groups is written like this. So you have this GI word here. You have to find out the code for GI, GI and KLI. So all of you are giving me the answer as, okay, so where and all do you get GI? The code GI is there in the first set, correct? Here in this one it is there, GI. Then 2, 3, here, last one, right? Small enterprises earn more. There also you have the code GI, and you have small and medium groups. There also you have the code GI. So if you compare this 1 and 4, correct, which is the common word that is there? Small and medium groups, small enterprises earn more. So the only word that is common is small. So I can say that the code of small is GI. Now next, similarly you have to find out KLI. Now where is KLI coming? See, KLI is there in statement 2, that is in the code of the statement 2, KLI is there. Similarly in the code of statement 3, KLI is there. Okay, so if you look at these two statements, which is the common word? Medium enterprises are good, groups should do good. Again, good is common in both the places. So I can say KLI is the code for good. So what does GI KLI stands for? It stands for good small, that is option 4. Next question. Which of the following could be the code for earn and spend? Which of the following could be the code for earn and spend? See, if you look at this word DU, no, you can eliminate options actually here. If you look at this word DU, what is the code for DU? See, DU is there here and here. So, here DU, medium, correct? The word medium is there in both of these statements. That's the common one. So, I can say DU is the code for medium. So, here earn and spend we should find. So directly eliminate these two options. Like that you can eliminate options and check. Now there is a new word here, spend, correct? Is there spend in any of the given sentences? Spend is not there, correct? Small enterprises earn more, groups should do good, medium enterprises are good, small and medium groups. So spend is not there in any of the given sentences. So the code for that spend has to be a new one. Correct? So what can be the only code for spend? It has to be GLI. GLI is not there, correct? All the others are there. So you have FLU, FLA, KLA, KHA, all of these are already there in all the given statements. So the code for spend has to be GLI. So again you can eliminate option 2. You are left with these two options. Now here do more is coded as KAHLA. So HLA is also there here. So again, it is one of these, do more. Again, that is not there here in earn and spend. Eliminate this also, you are left with option 3. So you can either see such questions, again for this particular question I think there were 4 sub questions. So in that case, when you actually start solving and finding out the words, you will get the answer. Even otherwise, if this is a standalone question also, you can just cross check like this and arrive at option 3 as your answer. Okay, yes. So I think that's it. With that, we come to an end of the question that has been chosen for today's session. So any doubts that any of you have in any of the questions that we solved? Any doubts that you have? All of you got the answer correctly for that question. For this particular questions, any doubts? And any other question? See, we only had issue with one question today, correct? In which of the following expression Q greater than P is not true? So let me just go back to that question. See, there is definitely some ambiguity in that question, in the sense, I've rechecked that question. See, what is happening here is, if you look at option B, okay, you cannot find a relationship between P and Q. No relationship between P and Q can be found here. Now the question is, in which of the following expressions Q greater than P is not true? So in all the other cases, Q is greater than P. Okay, if Q greater than P is not true, means what should happen? Q should be less than or equal to P. Correct? Now in this case, do we get that? We are not getting that. We are not able to find the relationship between P and Q. So in this case here, since this option none of these is given, we will have to go with the option none of these. Okay, in these two, in the first 2 options, P, that is Q is not greater than, I mean Q is greater than P. So these 2 options are not true. Okay, now if you look at this option, the relationship between P and Q itself cannot be determined. Correct? So I cannot say whether Q is greater than P or Q is less than P, whether, right? Nothing can be done. So for now, let us, I mean for this question, we have to choose the answer as option none of these. Okay, so again, I think this question was a bit ambiguous. So for now, we will go with none of these for this question, but I'm sure such ambiguous questions won't appear in your examination, because I think that's the best way we can approach the given this particular question. You will have to go with none of these, because in the second option that is given, you cannot say that Q greater than P is not true. You cannot even find a relationship. And again, none of these is also there. Okay, for now, for that question, we will go with that answer. But again, such ambiguous questions should not appear in the examination. And again, I have a lot of students asking me doubts. Ma'am, is restatement in inequality follows? Yes, Gaurav. If your inequality, whatever information is given that is there in the conclusion too, then that will definitely follow. I have one doubt in one question, SBI prelims practice test. Divya Shri, if you are new to our program, see, we have something called as the discussion forum that is there in the portal. So at any point, any doubts that you have during your preparation, please post in your queries there and we will help you out there. I'll definitely check into the query and help you out. Quant word problems. What do you mean by word problems, Sanjana? Can you elaborate? Word problems means, what do you say? Quant word problems. Elsie Rani, I think you mentioned this in the discussion forum also. So if you see currently the machine input output questions, right, they have a lot of mathematical operations involved. In each step you have to do these operations. So I think Rohit has done a lot of additional examples on machine input output. I think I sent you one link also. Refer to those questions. So the only way to crack such questions is to practice and attempt a lot of such questions. Then only you will get an idea next time you see a question how to approach it. See, it is just like how we do the new coding decoding pattern, right? In the new coding decoding pattern, if you see, they follow some kind of some relationship between the symbols and the letters and the words, letters and the numbers. So again, how do we master ourselves at that? That is by solving more questions, right? Then you know what are the types of questions, what are the types that can come from that. Mahata says puzzle is not clear. Okay. Lot of questions. Anubrat, I think machine input output, we will try to include it in the upcoming sessions. So these sessions we are taking up as many questions as possible from the all India mock exams that we conduct. Okay, because we have been getting a lot of requests from you saying that if we get video explanations for a few questions, it will be really helpful. Because even when we provide explanations, a lot of students ask us why, if the lecturer gives us the explanation, that will be better. So that's why we are organizing these sessions for you. I'll definitely try to include the questions from machine input output next time, in next session, even if it is not asked in the AIM. Yes. So Sai Jyoti, again, I think you have joined the session late. As I said during the beginning of the session, the daily test plan will be available to you today. Please go back and check. Should be enabled by tonight. It will be available under the new course, that is the study plan. So now you will have a new course named study plan, wherein you will have study plan of all the upcoming exams and also all the daily prep tests that we have been providing to you. Gaurav, we have been doing some score booster sessions for SBI clerks examination. You can refer that. That is the session that we are currently doing for SBI clerks, and all of these sessions that we are doing, Gaurav, see even the question that I am choosing from AIMs for the SBI clerk, right? All these questions are relevant questions for your SBI clerk preparation. Blood relation puzzles, Anil, so like how we said, see these puzzles with blood relation involved, no, it is a bit time consuming, but again, I would say try out more questions, note down the given information correctly, and we will have to just go about solving it. There is no shortcut for that. Chentamil Selvi says she is new to the program. See, you can, Chentamil Selvi, you can start with any topic of your preference. If you are, if you don't know anything about aptitude, you don't know where to start, just follow the method that is given in the course. Take up the first topic in the course and then go about. Learning topic by topic. Okay, great. So I think that's it. Yes, see, Vidya has said that daily practice test is now enabled. Excellent. So now all of you can prepare well. Mahata, there is a new course called study plan in place of the daily tests. Okay, so good that all of you are finding it useful. Shiva Krishna, if you have any doubts, please post it in the discussion forum under each course. Either your friends will help you out or the faculties will take it up for you. Okay. Definitely, Gaurav, we will try to include new pattern on coding, decoding questions and machine output input question in the next session. Right. So all the very best with your preparation, guys, and I'll see you in the next session. And this is Gayatri signing off till then.